Hey guys, the Five Brothers here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he's forever trapped watching Gabatron's Revenge. These are the jokes. I hope you guys are enjoying them. Anyways, Merry Christmas! Well, I say Merry Christmas, but by the point I'm recording this, it's already past Christmas. So, yeah. However, we're still in the holiday season. The Christmas decorations are still up, so you know what? Better late than never. So for today, I was thinking it could be fun to just make a silly little video talking about which Transformers characters will be on Santa Claus's nice list and naughty list, respectively. And I'll be primarily looking at the live-action movies, so no Transformers 1 characters, unfortunately, because most of them just don't have enough screen time to make an accurate decision on. But then again, you could also argue that about most of the Michael Bay live-action movie characters, but yeah. And look, I just watched Gabatron's Revenge last Friday. It was an experience. It's the best way I can describe it. And I need to do something nice, something silly to get my mind off that. And before you guys ask, don't worry, I'm gonna make a whole critique of Transformers Gabatron's Revenge. Primarily, I'm gonna use it as a case study as to what not to do when making a fan film, because that fan film did some things wrong that I think we could learn from. So you, who are making your own Transformers fan film, don't make the same mistakes again. And also throw in some constructive criticism. I won't just mindlessly, on the movie. It's a tad bit too easy to make fun of, but I feel like a lot of people don't know the specific whys the film is the way it is. But anyways, we're gonna be using tier list maker for this one, much like one of Comedy Camp's videos. But this is completely different because we're not ranking the signs, we're just, ranking different tiers of niceness, I guess you could say. If you disagree with any of my picks here, or if you have your own version of the nice list / naughty list, list it in the comments down below and I'll take a look at them. And also, let me know your reasons as to why you will put some characters in the nice list and why you will put some others in the naughty list. But anyways, let's begin with this silly little bit. So first off, we have the nice list, the naughty list, and then we have the human cringe. Automatically, all humans and canines, wait, seriously, why are they here? Go on the human cringe tier, because we don't really care that much about them. Whoa, we're halfway done already. But just like that, we already cleared half the board. So now we can focus on the real characters here. Okay, so first off, let's start with the silly one. Drift. By default, I guess you could assume he's kind of a good guy. But he does have anger issues, and he did kill a KSI drone that was trying to surrender in Age of Extinction. Yeah, by the way, KSI drones are actually sentient. They don't have sparks, so you could probably say they're not alive. But freedom is the right of all sentient beings, and this guy is clearly sentient, and Drift just murked him. So I think he should be on the naughty list just for that. Speaking of which, I think all the records also belong with the naughty list. They take pleasure from dismembering Decepticons. Geez guys, at least put him out of his misery instead they're trying to inflict as much pain as possible. That's very naughty bad guy behavior, so I think they immediately belong in the naughty list. Nitrosus goes on the nice list. He's an overall cool guy that dances, doesn't pick a fight with humans, seems to be totally cool with it. And yeah, he did try to kind of, destroy humanity towards the end of the last night, but he was just doing his job. It wasn't personal, he was just trying to save his planet. So I do think Nitrosus is an overall good guy, so I'm gonna put him in nice list. Next up is Dropkick and Shatter, and we can kind of put these two on the same tier, and we can kind of just evaluate these two together, because they get mercilessly kill Cliffjumper again. Then they lied to the humans and basically tried to exterminate the whole human race by bringing the Decepticons to Earth to kill the Autobots. So, they were just doing their job, but at the same time, I feel like killing Cliffjumper, who was defenseless, and that random human was completely, totally uncalled for. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put them in the naughty list. Though Shadow is in the nice list in my heart, but yeah. Dickbug, the Blender guy, is a very inappropriate guy that flashes people on a daily basis, so I think by that alone, we should put him in the naughty list. Jazz never really did anything bad in the movies. I don't think he killed anyone. If anything, he gave his life to defend the humans and, then got his spark eaten by Megatron. So I think he belongs in the nice list. By extension, I think the little guy / Scrapper, is that his name? Scrap Metal, yeah. So Scrap Metal never really did anything bad, he just got killed by his mates. So I feel bad for the guy, so I think he should be in the nice list. Alice basically lied, tried to steal Megan Fox's boyfriend, and has this weird anime hentai tentacle, which tells me that this girl probably watches too much anime, and not the good kind, so naughty list. The watch that killed Mustache Man, he did the world a favor, he's forever in the nice list. The Mountain Dew bot never really did anything bad. Sure, he was shooting cans glance at people, but I mean, we don't know his intentions. Maybe he was just trying to, you know, let humans be hydrated, you know, maybe that was his own way of helping people. I mean, the dude was literally just born, he doesn't know anything. So you know what, I'll put him on the nice list. I think Wheelie belongs in horny jail, and besides his many questionable, you know, moments in the movies, I just don't care enough about the guy to put him in the nice list, so he belongs in the naughty list. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna make another T and I'm gonna go with horny jail. There we go, he can go right there next to Dickbug, the blender guy, and Alice. Anyways, next up is the Dreads. So the Dreads were just doing their job, but they did pointlessly massacre a bunch of people in the highway that was totally uncalled for. So you know what, I feel like all of them get on the naughty list as well. Now, the Demolisher was an alright stand-up kind of guy who was trying to protect his fellow Decepticons. He did nothing wrong. And before you say anything, I'm not gonna do the comics. In the movie, he was minding his own business, leaving peacefully until the Autobots and humans showed up, provoked him, scared him, and he tried to run away to safety. Now, granted, he did kill a bunch of people on his way out and he did destroy that bridge, but he did it to get away from the Autobots, who were gonna kill him had he surrendered and stayed still. So Demolisher had no choice and he did nothing wrong. Anyone who disagrees with me should be banned. Besides, look at this face! Does this look like the face of someone that will do something evil? Yeah. I thought not. So Hound killed a bunch of KSI drones, he took pleasure doing it, and he smokes, and smoking is bad. So I think naughty list for that. The baby Dinobots never really did anything too bad aside from like almost set his house on fire. And they're basically newborns, so I think they belong with the nice list. So Laserbeak is responsible for animal abuse, homicide, planned homicide, and he's probably the kind of guy that should not be allowed near school, just like EDP. Also gave us the creepiest scene in the Transformers movies to date. So yeah, this is not even a question, naughty list. Brains is a bit of a perp, so naughty list. Actually, no, horny jail. Yeah, that's more fitting. Pablo looks ugly and brings shame to the Wheeljack name, so I think he should be on the naughty list. I low-key wanna put him in horny jail, but unfortunately they didn't add the whole, you know, Pablo X RC thing from the test screenings, so unfortunately naughty list is all he's gonna get. However, someone that does go in horny jail will be Onslaught. And I don't know if you guys know this, but he's literally wearing Devastator's balls in his head. I know they're supposed to be a miniature version of them, but yeah, it's still, I feel like that's very questionable, very sus. Horny jail. So when I did the Christmas live stream, a bunch of people were telling me that I should probably put Ironhide in the naughty list because he kills a bunch of Decepticons and takes pleasure doing it. But I mean, unlike Hound, who seems sort of psychopathic, Ironhide seems to just do it just because it's his job. Some people wanted me to throw in the sin of littering the ground during Revenge of the Fallen when he threw his guns away, but I mean, his guns were slowing him down, and had he, you know, kept those things on, he probably would have been killed by the human airstrike, so he had to litter. So, you know, I can excuse that behavior. Also, he got killed by Sentinel Prime in a very painful type of way, so I feel like we should give him some slack. So he goes on the nice list. Also, he's just cool. Now Barricade. Now Barricade never really did anything too bad. Well, aside from killing Wheeljack, which I guess you could say it's bad. But I mean, he was just doing his job. It wasn't personal. Okay, so maybe it was a little personal. Okay, you know what? I can't defend him. I'm so sorry, Barricade. You go on naughty list. Okay, the Nokia bot. So this dude was just born, but he did try to murderize humans despite, you know, being a newborn. So he's, you know, very clearly evil. So naughty list. The Insecticon that Sam killed, it was just doing its job. It did nothing wrong and Sam just killed it without a second thought. So I feel like he should be on the nice list just because he never had enough time to do something bad. And speaking of which, I guess we can also throw Mirage in there. He never really did anything too bad in the movie aside from murderizing a couple of drones. But I mean, it was for the greater good, so I can call him some slack. Sentinel Prime killed Ironhide, so he deserves to be on the naughty list for life. Oh, he also is responsible for Chicago. Yeah, that too. But he killed Ironhide, and that's my primary reason for putting him there. Igor has a weird looking tongue. Again, what's with Decepticons having a weird fetish for tongues? It's so weird. You know what, just for that I'm gonna put him in 40 jail. Grindor did literally nothing wrong, aside from being a victim of Optimus Prime's weird desire of collecting heads, so he goes on the nice list. The Henchman! Horny jail. Do I need to say more? Joel goes on the nice list, never really did anything bad. In fact, he saved the planet by fusing Optimus and Jetfire together, so he goes on the nice list. The twins are just racist and I don't want to get cancelled off Twitter, so I think they just belong with the naughty list by default. Harra never really did anything bad. He did participate in World War II, but he did it in the side of the Allies, and that was a very nice thing to do. But at the same time, I don't like his frog head. But you know what, just slightly I'm gonna put him in the nice list. But you guys know how you could avoid the naughty list. That's right, by subscribing to the channel and donating. Also, I just want to make some quick little announcements before we go on. I'm selling some Transformers figures on eBay, you know the drill. If you're interested in any of them, you know, just feel free to buy them and I'll ship them to you as soon as possible. I'm running out of figures, by the way, like, my stock's almost clear out. So if you guys want to get the last few figures before they're all gone, you know, now's the time to do so. In other news, I also reworked the channel membership. I created a new tier I called the Fire Army tier. For only $2, you get some cool loyalty badges right next to your name and a bunch new set of emojis I just made. Some I took straight from Galvatron's Revenge because we memed them during the Galvatron's Revenge livestream. And look, I need something good to come out of that livestream, so we have new emojis like, women, Fowler, Crazy Eye Galvatron, and Enemy Scrotum, which after so much popular requests, I finally added that. If you become a channel member, not only do you get that, but at the same time, you get your name featured at the end of my videos in the Patreon shout section, and you get to watch some of my videos early. Right now, I have the Decepticon military breakdown video, which is a sequel to the video I did a while ago about the Autobot military from War for Cybertron, freely available for any channel members. And each week, channel members will get access to a new different video I haven't uploaded just yet. So if that's something that interests you, feel free to become a channel member now, and also donate to the Patreon if you also want to. And also on Friday we're gonna be streaming my reaction to TFI Creations Transformers live action movie tie-ins, trying to judge them how biblically accurate they are and if they match up to the Bayverse lore, which I'm very well versed at. So it'll be a fun react stream, especially because I haven't seen the latest ones like Finest Hour and stuff like that. So if you guys want to join me for that and watch something that's actually good on like Galvatron's Revenge, we'll be streaming next Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you guys there. Do it and you'll be on the nice list for life. Maybe. Mileage may vary. But anyways, going back to the list, let's go back to some quick ones. Bug Crusher killed a bus full of innocent people for absolutely no reason. Bro squashed a random woman's car for absolutely no reason. Battle Trap never really did anything to... I mean, he did beat up RC, and beating up women is wrong, so I think he can be on the naughty list just for that one. Mix Master blew up a tank, and he probably killed a few humans, so I think that's on the naughty list. Loophole looks cool, so nice list. The Driller was just a mindless beast following what Shockwave did, so if any atrocities it causes, I feel like Shockwave should be held accountable, not so much the Driller. So the Driller can go on the nice list just for that. The Shadow Raiders were just doing their job and never really killed anyone in the movie, so I think they can belong on the nice list. Stinger was also doing his job and also belongs to the nice list. I don't even think he killed any humans accidentally. I mean, certainly he has a lower body count than the Dinobots. And speaking of which, I feel like I should group all the Dinobots together. I don't know exactly where I will place them. I mean, they kinda did save Hong Kong for essentially being nuked. But on their way there, they kinda squashed a couple of humans by accident. Check out my Hong Kong full kill count video for more info on that. Slug murderized a bunch of humans, but they were evil, so I guess that was fine. But Grimlock did eat someone, and cannibalism is wrong. So you know what? I put them on the naughty list. Alita 1 did nothing in the movies and barely got enough screen time to do anything bad, so she can go on the nice list. Chromia also can go on the nice list. I mean, I guess all the other sisters can just go on the nice list. I mean, they did bully Sideways for a bit, but come on, I mean, that probably didn't even hurt. Sideways didn't even seem that bothered by it. And you know what, I'll just put them on the nice list because they didn't have enough time to do anything relevant. Scorponok murderized a couple of humans. I think that was bad, kind of a dick move if you ask me. Oreobot was just politely telling the Autobots to knock it off and the Autobots just shot him. So I'm guessing that puts him on the nice list, and I think that puts Crosses in the naughty list because Crosses was the one who killed him. The stupid trolls legit just creep me out, and I think that they just deserve to be on the naughty list just because of their appearance alone. Eraser... I mean, Eraser gave her life for the cause, even though it was probably not really necessary. But she did hide the fact that she was infected with Scorchiism, we'll call it, which later will go on to make the Autobots and Maximus' lives a whole lot harder. And also there was no reason to keep it hidden, so just because of a life omission, I feel like she belongs to the naughty list. But her sacrifice does even out, so I'm gonna put her in nice list, but just slightly. Grindor, I mean, Blackout, I'm never gonna escape the racist allegations. Blackout murdered a whole US military battalion, so that was very naughty. The doctor performed unconsensual surgery on Sam with Wiki, so naughty list. Mohawk never really did anything bad, and if you look at his bio, it never really says he murdered anyone. But out of fear of like potentially facing any racist allegations in the future, I don't wanna be the one guy who put Mohawk on the nice list, so I think he belongs on the naughty list. Rampage held Sam's parents hostage, and that's bad, so naughty list. Redman murderized a couple of humans, which was also very naughty. Rampage also murderized a couple of humans. Well, I mean, but he did. No, I don't think he did actually. And you could say that he's also responsible for Redman's actions, but he did got murdered by Bumblebee in a very over-the-top, like, gruesome way. So out of pity, I put him on the nice list. Devastator Flash movie audiences, so horny jail. Wheeljack didn't do anything wrong. Nice list. The Steel just didn't really do anything wrong aside from trying to kill our human characters, but considering how unlikable the AoE cast minus Kate are, that's probably a good thing. So you know what? Nice list. Canopy literally did nothing wrong, so nice list. Day Trader has some weird sus scenes, so horny jail. Rhinox was barely in the movie, so nice list. I hate Squeaks. I hate him and all he stands for. No, not that Squeaker. So he goes on the naughty list. The Prolifers of Dark of the Moon all go on naughty list because they basically, you know, took part in genocide, and that's bad. So yeah. I will put Freezer and by extension Novocaine in naughty list because they did try to murderize Noah and Elena, but they are so incompetent that they couldn't even do it outright. So just out of sheer incompetence, I put them on the nice list. Aside from being completely useless in the film. By the way, no, I'm not kidding. RC doesn't win a single fight in the movie, not even against some random drones. I feel like RC should go on the nice list. And no, this is not personal bias. I just don't think she did anything relevant, not even anything notable in Rise of the Beast to be put anywhere. Shockwave partook in Chicago, but he never really killed anyone in the movie. I mean, if I count the comics, then yeah, man's a mass murderer. But if I'm going by the movies alone, he never really did anything too bad. Well, I guess we could say he's probably responsible for like the driller's actions, which probably did result in the death of a couple of humans, so naughty list. Frenzy's a bit of a weirdo, so naughty list. Bloodwing was just doing his job. I mean, he did murderize a bunch of humans, and he did took Bumblebee's toy stocks, which that's either a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you are. But you know what? Blitzwing's design is actually really cool. So I low-key wanna put him in nice list, but at the same time, this does not look like Blitzwing, so naughty list, just for biblically inaccuracy. Steelbane just died, so he goes to the nice list. To watch Decepticon just torture Sam, which I don't like Shia LaBeouf, so you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna put him in nice list. Optimus Primal was a good guy all around, never really did anything wrong, so nice list. And by extension, I just put Cheetor there, also didn't do anything wrong, mostly because he wasn't in the film long enough to do anything wrong. Cheetor deserved better than being in such a mid-movie. Lockdown was just doing his job. He was pretty respectful to the humans. He was perfectly fine with leaving them alone. It's just the humans contracted him to, you know, get a bunch of illegal aliens off the planet, and he did his job just fine. Now granted, he did kill a couple of fan favorites like Dino, Sideswipe, and Ratchet. But, well, maybe not the last one, and we'll get to him in a bit. But, I mean, I feel like Lockdown is all around a pretty honorable guy just trying to do his job. You know, simple man making his way through the galaxy. So I put him on the nice list. Gabachon's kind of a dick who murdered people for absolutely no good reason. So, naughty list. Starscream did murderize people a bunch of times. He also has terrible manners. He likes spitting on people for some reason. He had a few sauce moments here and there, so you know what? I'll put him in horny jail. Anyways, Mirage. Loki kinda sucks. I don't think he won a single fight in Rise of the Beast. He lost the fight against Freezer and Novocaine. I think that speaks volumes. And all the good stuff he does in the end can be credited to Noah and not himself. So, I don't know, really. But he is a bit disobedient to Optimus Prime's orders, so I think he belongs in the naughty list. Infernicus looks ugly, so naughty list. Dragonstorm is okay. He does fight for humanity, so I guess he can go on the nice list. Soundwave has tentacles, and I feel like that's enough to put him in horny jail. Never really did anything that was too bad, in all honesty. She didn't beat up women or anything like that, on like Battle Trap. If anything, you could argue she was the victim, so I'll put her in the nice list. Sideswipe is too cool for the naughty list, so he goes on the nice list. I mean, he did kill God. I mean, quote unquote, he killed God, but we all know the truth. Sideways can never die. So I'm not gonna put that into his list of crimes. And speaking of which, by default, Sideways is above the nice list. He's not the one who needs gifts, he's the one giving gifts, cause he's God! Jetfire did murderize Mixmaster and Scorponok, and he is a traitor, and traitors are not good, so you know what, naughty list? Also, he's sort of a dick, so there's that too. I don't like Cockman. Now, Quintessa did try to murder humanity, but like, I mean, she doesn't seem to have too much of a problem with them. At the end of the movie, she seems completely fine with working with them. She just wants to kill Unicron and restore Cybertron. And remember, Unicron is literally Satan in Transformers, so I sort of a righteous cause. So you know what? I'll put her on the nice list just for that. The Scourge kills people and takes pleasure doing it. Nihilus. And also, I'm pretty sure he enslaved the Scorponauts, so that's an extra charge of slavery, which is bad. Ratchet goes on the Nihilus simply for the mere fact that he could have fixed Bumblebee's mouth at any time, but didn't do it. I mean, it took Kate, a human, with fireless knowledge to do so. Look, all I'm saying is that if Kate can do it, there's no reason why Ratchet shouldn't have. I feel like Ratchet is just a fake doctor. When was the last time we saw him do anything doctor-y in the movies? Exactly, I think Ratchet lied. I should probably make a video about that, because there is enough solid evidence for a theory right there. The Artemis, get on that. Bumblebee movie / Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. I mean, aside from beating up women in the form of Nightbird and, you know, almost murderizing a few humans, Bumblebee never really did anything wrong. He spent most of the time just fooling around or dead, so I'll just put him on the nice list. However, Baby's Bumblebee! My man takes a lot of pleasure from killing the Decepticons in the most over-the-top type of ways. He also has multiple charges for destruction of property, trespassing, homicide, murder, double murder, triple murder, quadruple murder, and being an illegal alien on Earth by the time of Age of Extinction and TOK. So you know what, I'll put him on the naughty list. The Fallen didn't really do anything in Revenge of the Fallen, literally, aside from just showing up at the end and being like, oh, I'm the final boss now, and then being bullied by Jet Power Optimus Prime. And he did kill his brothers way back when. So that's like about 13 counts of fratricide, so yeah, naughty list. Which leads us to our final two. Now, look, I'm gonna make the case as to why Megatron is not that bad. Now, he does murderize quite a few humans and an old man throughout the movies, but my man, he wanted to use the Allspark to revive his species, use the Star Harvester to restore Cybertron, and yes, he was gonna enslave humanity, which is bad, but he wanted to use Earth's resources to restore Cybertron, and in the last night, he wanted to kill Unicron, the literal devil, in order to, you know, save his planet. While Megatron, yes, doesn't care about the humans and does some bad things here and there. I mean, he does a lot of bad things here and there. You can technically argue that all of his actions was out of necessity to save his species. Plus, he tried to kill Satan, so I think that evens out. So you know what? I'll put him on the nice list just for that. And next up we got Optimus. Now, Jet Power Optimus Prime is wearing a dead guy, which, you know, very naughty, so naughty list. As for all the other versions of Optimus Prime, I was debating putting him on the naughty list because I think that would be haha funny, but when I did my live stream talking about, you know, if Optimus should be on the nice list on the naughty list, just because of some of his sauce actions in the movie, you know, like letting Chicago be invaded, murdering a bunch of Decepticons in the most over-the-top type of way, taking pleasure doing it, being an illegal alien on Earth by the time of Age of Extinction, and so on. I was gonna put him on the naughty list, but I thought people just cry for me to put him in the nice list, so you know what? Fine. I'll put him on the nice list, but in my heart, naughty list. However, who can go on the naughty list will be Nemesis Prime, just because of the whole, you know, trying to destroy Earth and stuff, and killing his fellow knights, which are maybe his brothers? Question mark? So that's another kind of fratricide, so no. Oh yeah! And he did! Wait, no, yeah. And Optimus killed Megatron a bunch of times. I mean, okay, so Megatron also killed Optimus. You know what, fine. I'll drop the fratricide count, but still, the Knights are fair game, so no list for Nemesis, and Rise of the Beast Optimus can go on the nice list. Never really did anything too bad aside from being a dick to Noah a couple of times. And performing a Mortal Kombat type of fatality on Scourge. Ouch. But yeah, guys, those are all the movie characters that will be on the nice list and the naughty list. Again, I'm not counting Transformers 1 characters, but if we were to count them, I guess our main cast would go on the nice list, and the naughty list would probably be made out of, you know, characters like Darkwing, Sentinel Prime, Arachnid, Starscream, maybe Megatron, but I can see some people arguing for nice lists, but you know what, I'll leave that up to you. But yeah guys, those are all the movie characters that will go on the nice list or the naughty list for Christmas. I don't think anyone on YouTube has ever made a video like this, so it pleases me to be the first to answer this question no one asked for. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you have your own opinions as to who should be on the nice list or the naughty list, be sure to argue your case, and I might put some nice characters in the naughty list, or might put some naughty characters in the nice list, if I'm not lazy enough to do so. video. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope to see you guys next Friday for the TFI, you know, Finest Hour live stream. I'm really looking forward to that one, because I heard good things about it, so we'll see. And anything's better than Cabochon's Revenge in all honesty. But hopefully you enjoyed your Christmas, and hopefully you're enjoying the holiday season. It's always a fun time. But yeah. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do that annoying YouTuber stuff that the algorithm likes so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our incredible sex tier Patreons: Steve Martin, Primeburst611, Inferno65, Wingsolopes Hightower, Scout, Crowley666, Silverman, King Sparta, Supercell Formers Hedgehog, Xavier the God, Stage Productions, Scrub Lordo, Night Trance Official, and Predaking Hunter Plays. And an equally great shout out to our channel members: Shin Leviathan Dragon, TF Cypher, and Laser Sin. Thank you guys so much for donating. Is much appreciated. Link to my Patreon and channel membership will be in the description down below. Consider donating because you get a few perks and see some videos early, even collab with me in some cases. The list goes on. But anyways guys, thank you for your support, helps to keep the channel going, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay safe guys!